Ever wish you could, like, control your phone or computer with just your thoughts?
Uh-huh. Who hasn't, right?
It sounds like something straight out of sci-fi, doesn't it? But the future is closer than we think, especially with these brain-computer interfaces.
The BCIs, yeah. They're starting to make waves, that's for sure.
Definitely. And that's what we're diving deep into today, how these BCIs work, who they can help, and what kind of future we're looking at with all this.
It really feels like we're on the verge of something huge, doesn't it? Like for ages, we've imagined this world where tech just kind of blends seamlessly with our lives.
Right. And now we're actually seeing it happen. And a big part of that is thanks to this company, Synchron. They're developing brain implants, but not just any implants. These are for people dealing with paralysis.
Synchron's definitely leading the pack in this field. What's remarkable to me is how they're approaching it. I mean, it's not just about making the technology work. It's got to be usable,
Yeah.
and safe, of course.
Yeah, for sure. And the best part is, this isn't some far-off dream. This is happening right now. There are people using this technology as we speak. Like, there's this guy, Mark. The article highlights how he can use this implant to do crazy stuff most of us take for granted every day. He can control his smart home lights, thermostat, everything, just with his mind. And get this, he can even use a VR headset. No hands, no controllers, just pure thought. Pretty wild, huh?
It's incredible, really.
Yeah.
Mark's story is a perfect example of how life-changing this tech can be, especially for someone who's lost a lot of physical control. This kind of independence, the ability to interact with the world in a meaningful way, it's huge.
Absolutely. But how does it even work? I mean, I'm trying to wrap my head around it, but it sounds like magic.
Yeah, it does seem like magic, but it's actually some seriously cool science going on here.
Oh.
See, they implant this tiny device near the motor cortex, the part of your brain that controls movement. And the placement is really key here.
Okay, so it's kind of like translating your thoughts into action.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But here's the really cool part, because it's right there near the motor cortex, the BCI. It picks up on the signals even before a movement happens. It's picking up on the intention to move, which makes the whole thing feel much more natural for the user. Like if Mark thinks about clicking a mouse, the BCI detects that intention and moves the cursor on the screen. It's not waiting for him to physically try to move a muscle.
Whoa. See, this is what blows my mind about all this. It's like way more advanced than I even realized.
It's sophisticated stuff, that's for sure. You got these super complex algorithms working behind the scenes, decoding those neural signals and translating them into commands for the device. Imagine a translator, but for your brain and your computer. Pretty wild, right?
That's insane. But with any kind of tech this advanced, especially when you're talking about something implanted in the brain, safety's got to be a major concern. What's Synchron doing to address that?
You're absolutely right. You can't mess around when it comes to the brain. Safety has to be the top priority. The good news is Synchron gets that, and they're not cutting any corners. They've done a bunch of studies, really thorough ones, and so far they haven't seen any negative side effects, which is super encouraging.
That's a relief for sure. So where do we go from here? This technology is amazing, but still early days.
Oh, we're just scratching the surface.
Yeah.
Think about it. As the research keeps going, the BCIs are only going to get more advanced, more sophisticated.
It's mind-blowing to think about, what this could mean for people.
And that's just it, right? It's not just about accessibility anymore. Imagine the possibilities. This technology could revolutionize how we interact with all kinds of tech down the line. Who knows what the future holds?
Definitely something to think about, for sure. It's exciting and honestly a little bit scary at the same time,
For sure. It's a brave new world out there, but with so much potential for good. Makes you wonder, what ethical questions will we need to answer as this tech develops? And how do we ensure it's used responsibly for everyone's benefit? Lots to ponder, for sure.